Alex.
Hey Denise, good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Yeah, I am excited to talk about Hera Hub because I know it's something that's been so important for both of our businesses.
Oh, absolutely. I always like to say to people that becoming a member at Hera Hub was probably one of the very best early business decisions that I made. And it's been about 7 years. I mean, I love the community at Hera Hub. I love the eclectic, gathering of business women, so many different businesses. And Julia herself, I mean, I feel like I have like a default business advisor.
Yeah, I think of Julia, and I've told people when I've recommended Hera Hub to people that Julia is
Yeah.
like the fairy godmother for your business because she knows so many people. She knows all of the different resources. She's always has excellent advice or the tip that you need or making the introduction that you need at just the right time.
Yeah, no, I agree. And she knows everybody. I mean, I think that's the thing too, and knows, what people are experts in and, who's doing what. And in fact, that's actually the way that she connected you and I. I happened to be telling her about a client that I had, a nonprofit, and we were doing a facilitation program for their executive leadership team. And she told me about Barometer and you, and that's why I reached out. And I mean, you did a fantastic job for us. I mean, I think the expertise that you came in and brought to that program was just like the icing on the cake. And I wouldn't have had that great connection had it not been for Julia understanding my business and what I do, and then saying, hey, let me recommend Alex because she's exactly what I think you may need. And she was right.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. For me, it's much when somebody's already been working with the team for a while and knows them, knows the transformation that they've gone to, it allows me to come in and create a learning experience and environment that's going to be much more valuable because you can get really deep. And it was so, you had already been working with them on strength finders for several months, and they were really excited about the ideas and really excited about how it would help them, not individually, but with their interdependence,
Yeah,
depend on each other and leverage different strengths. And then the work that we did to put that experience together to help them practice those new skills and test out some of those new assumptions. I
absolutely.
think everybody there could feel that it was a really transformative day
Oh,
for all
yeah,
of them.
no doubt about it. And again, that was me telling Julia about, what I had done with this team and where we were, and just kind of talking to her about the leadership retreat. And, I was like, hey, I think something's missing. I'd really love to have something to sort of bring it all together and connect the dots. And that's when she, again, recommended you, and it was awesome. And I think, again, that's one of the major things about being a member at Hera Hub is that you have access to so many business women who are passionate, who are committed and dedicated to their business, and also to just helping others out within the community. So many good
Yeah.
reasons to be a part of it.
Yeah. And I think also the fact that there is a physical space is a huge asset too.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of great virtual communities and you could certainly make great connections, but the space there, as soon as you walk in, you absolutely feel that environment. If it's a welcoming space, it's where
Yeah.
people want to get to know each other, where it's set up so that you can really dig deep and work on your business and focus on things. It's just such a beautifully designed and curated space that whether you're there as for co-working or you're having a client session there or anything in between, the space really embodies
Yeah.
what Julia is trying to build, what Julia and Felina are building with Hera Hub as a movement.
No, I totally agree with you. In fact, we just had a member luncheon yesterday. I think we had like 17 women, maybe more, but it was so nice to see everybody, because after a while you start to develop these friendships and you're like, oh my God, how are you? And not only can you talk about, things that are going on, but you also get to see how these women are progressing in their business. And for me, I've been with Hera Hub now about 7 years. And so I've seen a lot of businesses that were at the very beginning, much like mine, and progress now to, 7 years later. And a lot of these women are scaling their businesses. They've expanded. They've broken off and started some new businesses as well. And so you're right, that space brings everybody together, and it's awesome. I just love it.
Yeah. One thing that struck me so much when I first started my business, it was about 7 years ago, like you, uh, it's such a different experience than anything you've gone through before. And most of my friends have never done that. They have, traditional jobs, and that's great. And so when I was talking about the business, you get kind of blank stares. It's just something they can't relate to you on. And so having that community of friends that understand how hard it is and understand how one good or bad client interaction can set your mood, not just for a day, but, for a week, and, how important it is to celebrate victories, big and small. And so having that community to go through that with is so important.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And also the generosity of so many of the women as well. I mean, we've had Reiki sessions offered, we've had guru sessions where, women with a variety of expertise have actually sat down with others and, answered questions and helped with idea formation. And so I think that's a big piece of it as well. And to your point earlier, one of the things that I love is all of the art, all of the artwork that's around Hera Hub, and it changes every few months or so. And that's because Julia is sponsoring. Most of the time, it's somebody within the community bringing their art there, and that makes the space just so beautiful and welcoming as well.